Welcome to episode 100 of Cartoon and Anime Reviews. Wow, I've come a long way making 99 episodes so far. Now I've reached the 100th episode. And what is the 100th episode, you ask? Well, it's Yu Yu Hakusho. I've already touched on the movies, Eizu Hakusho, and the video games. Now it's time to take a look at the anime TV series. It begins with Yusuke sacrificing his life to save a boy from being roadkill, then becomes a ghost and meets Botan. Though we do see Keiko, Yusuke's girl, his mother, including Kuwabara and his friends. Oh, and Kuwabara gets his ass handed to Yusuke. Then comes a scene with Keiko, Kuwabara, and Etsuko crying due to the loss of Yusuke, and it's one of the saddest moments in Yu Yu Hakusho history. I'm gonna be honest, when I saw that scene, it made me cry and I totally care for this delinquent. Sure, he may cut classes and gets into fights, but he does mature as the series progresses. Then we are greeted to the Lord of Spirit World, Koenma, who appears to be a toddler. Aside from his appearance, he is 600 years old. How could someone live that long? Anyway, Koenma gives Yusuke an ordeal known as the spirit beast that feeds energy from his soul. If he does bad things, he'll get tentacle raped. If he does good, he won't get raped. Kuwabara, on the other hand, can detect the presence of supernatural. That's pretty cool, and he's one of my favorite characters. Episode 3 is where Kuwabara is the star of this episode, where he develops his character. Plus, I despise Iwamoto and Akashi. Hate those bastards. The next few episodes is where Yusuke gets his body back and begins his first case on tracking the demon named Jiaki. And I'm about to make a really bad pun. He's horny. Yeah, I had to go and say that. Then you got the 3 artifacts story arc where 3 demons have stolen artifacts from King Yama's vault, and if they aren't back in the vault, King Yama will flip his shit. And that's why we have Yusuke on the case. He first must achieve the Orb of Boss that'll steal souls of children in the hands of Goki, who happens to be a hideous monster and has super strength, and his skin is tough as iron. And of course Yusuke learns the Spirit Gun. Yeah, that's what you get, Iwamoto, for being an ass towards Yusuke! The second artifact is the Forlorn Hope in the hands of Kurama, aka Suichi Minamino. And I must say, she is very... Oh, she's a dude. No, Yusuke does not fight him, but Kurama tells his story, and you know it's anime law. Possibly a Naruto cosplay that went wrong. You wanna know about the Forlorn Hope, right? Botan, take it away!
Then the moon will be completely full and the powers of the Forlorn Hope will reach their maximum. When that happens, the mirror will reflect the strongest desire of whoever looks into it, and it is said that the desire will be granted, though the user must give something in return.
Only the user would have to give his life for that, or maybe... fangirls. The third and last artifact is the Shadow Sword that turns a human into a demon, and is used by my second favorite character, Hiei, who has a third eye called Jagan. And whenever I see a character with 3 eyes, the 2 things that come to mind are Tien Shinhan and Prince Demand. Yeah, he does transform into a monster with multiple eyes, and I would like to make jokes about it, but I'd rather not. After the artifacts have been somewhat received, this concludes the 3-episode artifacts arc. The next is the 5-episode arc where Yusuke meets one of the greatest psychics and learns her powerful technique before she dies. Otherwise, the technique will fall into the hands of the human hunter Rando, a demon who has stolen 99 superpowers and is after Genkai for his 100th. Also, Kuwabara shows up and we haven't seen him for a short while. Plus, you'll see a couple of Street Fighter characters such as Zangief, Ryu, Honda, Dhalsim, and Chun-Li. After that, we come to the Genkai tournament where Yusuke and Kuwabara face off 8 fighters, and one of them happens to be the monster I've mentioned. Kuwabara can see people fight in the dark. Man, he really must have some good vision. And he learns the Spirit Sword. Then in the finals, Kuwabara fights Shorin only to get his ass beaten. Yusuke takes over to kick his ass until Shorin transforms into Rando, and from the looks of him I totally dig his design. It looks awesome, especially dishes out a few techniques such as tentacle fiber learned from an old perverted psychic, possibly Master Roshi. he can summon demonic fish and the demon spirit gun. Rando is one of my favorite villains, but he wasn't seen very much. I mean, I would love to see more of him. Next is the Four Holy Beasts arc, where Yusuke and Kuwabara must head to Demon City, now being allied with Kurama and Hiei, to put a stop to the four beasts who plan on invading the human realm and send a swarm of demon bugs by possessing humans, turning them into zombies. Why do I get the feeling that Michael Jackson is about to sing Thriller when I say the word zombies? I do adore the designs on the Holy Beasts, they look interesting. Genbu, this stone tortoise/snake beast, can merge with any type of rock and can use his body as a weapon. There's a scene that is really funny, and it's one of the funniest moments in the history of Yu Yu Hakusho.
Wait, how did you get on the ceiling? What's wrong?
Wow, talking about being a dickhead, huh? The second holy beast, Byakko, can break things with the sound of his roar, can create demonic hair beasts, also absorbs spirit energy, spits fireballs and uses tiger claws. Plus he is one of my favorite holy beasts. Only to be killed by the merciless third beast, Seryu, a dragon demon who can freeze anyone or anything with his ice dragon.
He's frozen!
Holy shit, that was just frickin' cruel. Though Hiei does take him out in 20 seconds. And finally, the fourth holy beast, Suzaku, possesses a flute that controls the insects, but when he plays it...
They must be those fanatics they mentioned in the newspaper. But how do they know my name?
Sounds very spooky, doesn't it? Anyway, Suzaku can control lightning and electrocutes anyone who touches it. Shocking, isn't it? He can also make 7 of himself and can shoot out 7 lightning arrows. Then comes the electrifying torture scene, and looking at this feels like you can't do anything, unable to lift a finger. You wanna know about that giant mirror thing, huh? Well, Suzaku uses it to see what is going on in the world and other stuff. I would love to have one of those. Also, Suzaku can use his 6 cells to recover himself and restore them. That is quite interesting. Yusuke's fight with Suzaku is practically the longest. If you look back, Kurama and Hiei's fight with Genbu and Seryu didn't last that long, and it took about 2 episodes for Kuwabara to beat Byakko. Fun fact, the creator of Yu Yu Hakusho is married to the creator of Sailor Moon. I've been hearing that a lot. Not to mention, Togashi also did Hunter x Hunter. The 4-episode arc involves an ice apparition named Yukina, who has been held prisoner by this ugly-looking bastard named Tarukane. When Yukina cries, her tears become ice jewels, making a profit by force.
That's horrible.
Indeed.
Then comes the Toguro brothers, the leaders of the Apparition Gang. The younger Toguro is Brawn and looks like the Terminator, while the elder one is the Brains, yet small, creepy, and can control his body's internal organs. Yeah, there is a transvestite demon named Miyuki who can use her hair whip. The second demon, Inmaki, can make himself invisible and has claws. The last demon is big and uses an iron club. If you want to know his name, it's Goku Monkey, which is a funny name. We even see a flashback of Hiei and shows his origin where he got the Jagan Eye.
The fusion between you and the Jagan Eye will be much more painful than you imagine.
I forgot to mention that younger Toguro is able to increase the percentage of his power, like Frieza from Dragon Ball Z. Voice acting in English do sound familiar to the characters from the Dragon Ball series by Funimation. The animation, well, it was done by the same studio that did the first half of Urusei Yatsura called Studio Pierrot, meaning the animation can be poorly done and inconsistent, though later episodes will have improvements. Did you know Yukina is... Never mind. The Dark Tournament Saga is probably the best of the series, where Yusuke and the gang face off against different fighters. Yeah, a certain anime series has to have a tournament. Chapter Black Saga is where they face off against the human race with psychic powers, known as the Sensui 7. If you thought Yusuke is a spirit detective, so is Shinobu Sensui. He is the second. Also, he's a great villain. It's also the second time that Yusuke fought Hiei, and Yusuke getting killed. One of my favorite lines from Hiei is this.
Here's a one-way ticket for you straight to hell, you bastard!
Yusuke comes back from the dead as a demon and totally messes the shit out of Sensui. So frickin' sweet. Of course, that Yu Yu Hakusho was supposed to end with the Chapter Black Saga having the Demon Realm and the Spirit Realm go into an all-out war. Instead, we got the Three Kings Saga, which is pretty rushed, and it features Yomi, Mokuro, and Raizen, the Demon Lords. Hokushin, a monk who can stretch like Monkey D. Luffy from One Piece, Raizen's friends, the fighters from the Dark Tournament Saga making a return, learning new techniques from Genkai, Kuroko, a female spirit detective. Speaking of which, the Japanese voices for Sensui and Kuroko have passed away. Another fun fact is that Itsuki and Mokuro are Togashi's favorite characters. Time to wrap up. Yu Yu Hakusho is a really great series, and it's quite an underrated anime. Though there have been a lot of stuff that were left out of the manga, that is mainly true. Fans also been wanting a reboot/remake of Yu Yu Hakusho. That would be pretty cool. And next year is going to be the 25th anniversary of both this series and Sailor Moon. Well folks, this concludes my Yu Yu Hakusho related reviews and ends episode 100. Till next time, in the words of For Neverworld, I am Lord Byakko, and as always people, have an awesome day.